And then going to last night with the kind of controversy with Giannis and the ball, I see both sides. I think the Pacers, it's kind of a debate. What's more important? The first ball, first point you ever score, or breaking the record? I mean, obviously, I think, next time when you score your first point, you take that ball out. I know the NBA has enough money to use multiple balls. We don't have this sort of issue if you just take that ball out immediately instead of, because they didn't happen at the same time. That's not how basketball works. So just take the ball out the next time and this won't happen. Who's in the right? I don't think either person is right. I don't think Giannis is right for wanting it. I mean, obviously Giannis is the bigger name, but that doesn't mean that he deserves the ball. It's no one's ball. Like, they both used it. Imagine if Giannis didn't have his first ever scored point ball, would he be mad? Like, yeah. Like, imagine if, and obviously I don't think this, maybe he will be, but I don't think this player is going to be like a Michael Jordan or anything. But could you imagine if Michael Jordan didn't get the game ball, his first ever game point, because I don't know, like Larry Bird scored a scoring record. Like, I it's kind of a two-way street. I don't think either one's in the right. Do I think it's crazy to me how much immaturity we've seen within all sides of sports lately. The Patrick Mahomes incident, the DK Metcalf incident, the Giannis incident now. Like, they weren't, in my opinion, I think it truly was a misunderstanding. I don't think they were trying to, physically take away the ball. And for him to chase down the other team in the hallway and try to steal back his ball and that kind of thing, it's just too extra. There's no need for that. It's just not needed. I don't know why everything became so serious so quickly. As far as the incident with Draymond, that was so blatant. I don't care what anyone says or wants to say about that incident. Obviously, he said he was trying to sell the foul, and I analyzed the game and I analyzed the move multiple times. Obviously, he was trying to flip around. I get that. But to blatantly flail your arms all the way through, since when do you flop that hard that you try to sell the foul, that you flop your arms all the way through in a punching motion? It's undeniable. Obviously, it's not the first time he's done it either. If this was, I don't know, insert a humble player, which is hard to do, but insert a humble, non-dirty player into that situation. I think there's different talks, but it's Draymond Green. The man's kicked somebody in the balls. The man's choked somebody's out. The man has kicked somebody in the face. He's kicked somebody in the ribs. He's done it so many times, and we continue to let him get away with it because it's like, oh, that's just him. That's who he is. That's how he plays. And I saw an interview with Ryan Russillo and him about how, asking back in 2019, do you wish this would have gone differently with the kicking incident? And he laughed. It's who he is. It's what he's built of and how he wants to be known. Dirty players want to be known as a dirty player. It's the same way with Patrick Beverley. He wants to get in your head. It's how he plays. It's what he wants to do. I think it's interesting because it brings up a good point of if we're ever going to be able to have this again. Obviously, I don't know how long a player like Draymond Green would be suspended in the 80s. With Bad Boy Pistons, that's a nightly thing probably, so it's different age, but we've grown with that age. Do I want those players to ever stop, kind of the dirty, not dirty players, but well, you can call them dirty. I think a basketball team kind of needs that tough guy to kind of stick up for their team, but there's a line, and Draymond Green has crossed that line, in my opinion, and he's continued to cross that line, and he's now getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars for it. I do find it interesting. KD said he needed help. Obviously, he's defending his teammate Yusuf Nurkic, but it is interesting because KD has played with him. He understands his mind and that kind of thing. And whether or not, that was an overreaction from KD, I don't know. I know they've gone into it. There could be some bad blood there. I don't know their relationship. KD's also, in my opinion, said some whack stuff online. So we'll see. I don't know what to expect, but I do think some serious repercussions need to be made for Draymond. Whether he learns his lesson or not, I don't know, but hopefully he does. So